So today's video will be talking about Ubuntu 17.10, which is Artful Aardvark. Going to install it real quick, take a look at it, see what's new. So as you see here, here's the download page, and what we're going to do is download the image. You might observe that there's only a 64-bit there. There's not a 32-bit anymore for the desktop image. That's something new with this version. So go ahead and download the image. Just going to call it Aardvark. Make sure we set the Linux Ubuntu 64-bit. I'm going to give it a little bit of RAM here because it's a desktop version. I like to make it a little bit smooth. So we'll give it 2 gig of memory. And give it a little bit of disk space. We'll give it 30 gigs. Make sure we're using the NAT for now. It doesn't really matter. It's just in a server. We'll give it 2 CPUs. And we'll add our ISO to the virtual CD-ROM drive. That's the old one from when they first had their out, but now we got the beta. So we'll do the beta. I'm going to skip through the actual installation because it's the same as every other version out there. And we'll go straight to the installation after it starts running. All right, now our instance is starting up. So one of the big differences with this version from other versions is that Ubuntu has moved away from doing their phone version. So there's no longer a need for Unity, and they're going to go with something more accepted by the open source community, which is GNOME. So no more Unity and now GNOME, which I think is awesome. I love GNOME. And that also means that we got rid of LightDM. So now we're using the GDM display manager. As you can tell, it looks different from before. So we'll go ahead and log in here. And for all you script kiddies, I just use the password. A password, it's just a VM, so it doesn't really matter. We'll come to our desktop, and there's that wallpaper I was talking about. This is the new Aardvark Wallpaper, which if you go to the actual Aardvark page, it talks about it. It's a big anteater. This is only the second version of Ubuntu to actually include the mascot in the wallpaper. The first one was 8.10, and now they've done it for 17.10. So we'll go ahead and look around. And you'll notice that the Windows buttons are now on the right-hand side, like normally you would expect in the Windows environment or other Windows managers. Everything else kind of looks the same. You'll notice on the left, everything looks different because now we're using GNOME, we're not using Unity, so we won't have those other weird icons on the top. You access all your applications in the bottom left. And the first thing I do when I install any operating system is install Emacs. Arguably the best text editor out there. So go ahead and install Emacs and see what that experience is like on this version. We can see there's new Emacs 25 GUI. Click on it and install it. So it's beta 2. It seems to be pretty stable so far. I don't know if it's quite ready for production yet, but I believe in November when they'll be releasing it. So I'm excited. I think I'll have to update my desktop environment to this new version. Now, I'll probably be covering that in another video. Go through and run through the installation of your new Emacs. And we'll launch it. And poof, there we go. Awesome. Now we've got a full-featured desktop suitable for development. So that's the end of the video. Those are the major things. So there's no 32-bit desktop image anymore. Default background shows the mascot. Second time they've done this since 8.10. Goodbye Unity and hello GNOME. I think that's the most awesome feature for me. And we got our GDM display manager as a result of that. And one last thing is the Windows buttons are now on the right hand side. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my blog for other articles at www.admintome.com.